Mike Wriston and Miles Taylor are working together, among a lot of other folks, on a new project called Get the Facilities Out, GTFO-ICE.org. It's nationwide. They're calling it a rapid response network to stop ICE prison camps before they start. If you go to madoblog.com, we have a link to what they're describing as their action guide. It basically leads you through what to do when ICE comes to your town. Do you have an ICE enforcement surge in your town? Click here. Do you have a secret warehouse purchase in your town? Click here. Does it look like they're going to be trying to do some sort of voter intimidation in your town on election day? Click here. It's really practical, well-designed, well-resourced, well thought out. And it is coming at a very auspicious time for this kind of a fight. Joining us now, two guests. I never do this, but here are Mike Wriston and Miles Taylor. Gentlemen, I'm really, really appreciative that you were both able to be here. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks, Rachel.
Mike, let me start with you. I know that the project is using your Project Saltbox data to track where new ICE prison camps are being planned, where they might be in the process. Tell me about your decision at Project Saltbox to join up with this larger effort. What are you hoping that members of the public will do with the kind of information and data you guys have been able to dig up?
Yeah, from the beginning, our mission has always been to put data in the hands of every single American citizen that cares about this issue so that they can use that data for good. And, it's kind of funny that Miles and I are working together, but we truly believe that this is a bipartisan American issue. This is not a progressive issue. This is not a Democratic issue. This is a American issue. And the way that we are going to put an end to these flagrant constitutional and legal violations, as we've seen with the ruling in Williamsport and suits being brought in other jurisdiction, is by banding together American and using data and every tool at our disposal to organize and push back against this encroachment on our rights, this violation of our fellow citizens' safety, and to make sure that we're doing all that we can with the resources that we have to be effective in that fight.
Miles, you have been a very high-profile critic of Donald Trump and therefore one of his targets for years. Tell me about your thinking about focusing on this issue, fighting the Trump prison camps. Why is this important to you, and what do you hope to be able to accomplish working together?
Well, first, Rachel, I have to say, no joke, this is partly thanks to you because I had seen your segment with Michael. And our team at Defiance was thinking, how can we do more in this space? And so, as Michael knows, after I'd seen coverage of this, I started trying to get into his DMs. I was like, how do I get to this guy? And Michael protects his information well. So I'm trying to hunt him down and say, we want to work with you. Let's use this data to alert Americans about these facilities. And frankly, Rachel, to crowd cancel them. I mean, I've experienced this before all throughout politics. Usually it's in a bad way when people are getting canceled. This is a good thing to go cancel these facilities. And it's clear in the communities where it's been successful that crowd cancellation, that outpouring of frustration is enough to get municipalities and real estate developers and folks to take a beat and say, is this really what we want to sign up for? And on a personal front, Rachel, look, you know this about me. I saw these facilities. I saw them up close. I know what kind of detention capacity DHS needs to actually secure the country, and it ain't this. I mean, what most Americans don't realize is DHS will have more detention capacity if they go through with this plan than the entire federal prison system. The size of Salt Lake City, Utah. Imagine the whole city of Salt Lake surrounded and every man, woman, and child in federal custody. That's how much detention space DHS will have. And my former department does not need that much detention space to go arrest violent criminal folks who are in this country undocumented. It does not. The math doesn't add up. The math only adds up if you're trying to build a police state.
Wow.